morning, gamers! Good morning, and welcome back to the world of Surviving Bedrock. Yes, it is good to be back here. For me, it has been quite a few days since I got to play, because work and things and, life, and it's never that fun with life. But life is good. Today is a Sunday. It is a great day. Had an awesome message today. But now, it is time to get back in the world of Surviving Bedrock. And as you can see, we are up here in the office and work has been done. Let's take a quick look and see what it is. As you can see, we have done a lot of work up here. We have made the area look very nice, very decorated, well detailed. We have our desk as before with our nice high back chair, little lighting behind there. We have some paintings. We have armor stands with every type of armor. There is blue leather armor. There is gold armor. There is diamond and there is iron. And for those of you who are saying, I'm missing chain armor, I know. I'm not caring about it. Iron is just as good as chain. But we've got a lot of good details. And I did discover while I was just playing around, a loom placed backwards like this looks kind of like an empty bookshelf, and I kind of like it. That could be the books I have over here. And then the cartography table looks really nice as well. Have shelves with chests and shulker boxes, paintings all over. This is a wonderful looking area. And I didn't intend this, but this is how my carpet ended up looking like, kind of like a creeper head. I like it. But you'll also notice the stairs are gone, and that is because I didn't like them. I could not come up with a way to make stairs look really cool here. But using the new Blackstone brick blocks that we have, I really like how my little water elevator came out. I'm very happy with it. Got my chiseled Blackstone. To me, it looks like a bullet bill or something like that from old Mario, not necessarily the pig snout. We did some more interior decorating down here to make it look nice and fancy. We did some good ceiling work. A lot of light work has gone into it. I am very happy with how this build has turned out. But that's enough tour. I think it's time to get down to business. Today, I apologize guys, we did not get into the Super-Smelter build last time. So that is our game plan for today. And we will be building one. I have contemplated building it in the basement of this building or just building a new building. And since I am in a single player world, I'm going to build a whole new building. Have a little bit more fun with detail. However, this time, I'm going to play it smart. I am going to build the redstone before the building. That way I don't have to worry about fitting it in there. So let's take a look at the materials needed for a super smelter and then take a quick dive into how furnaces and super smelters will operate. Basic needs for a super smelter are right here in this wonderful little shulker box. You will obviously need furnaces. I am going to do a 16 furnace super smelter. And for those of you who saw my last episode where I featured and premiered Whispercraft Season 3 on my channel, you will see that I had a 16 furnace super smelter. To me, this is really good because this will smelt a stack of items 4 times faster. So if I have a stack of any ore or a stack of whatever I need to smelt, I will get it 4 times faster. Some people will use hoppers to distribute all the items to the furnaces. However, that is a downside because the hopper will go to the first furnace until that furnace and hopper are filled up. Then we'll go to the next furnace until that furnace and hopper are filled up, and so on and so forth. To me, I like rails and mine carts because that is a little bit more even distribution there. And we are going to obviously need mine carts. We will have many chests here for either making minecart chests or hopper minecarts, whichever way we need to go. And we are also going to make, and this is my first time at it, what is called a minecart loading and unloading station. I will link and talk about where I get that information in the video a little bit later, but in essence, this will allow the system will know when the minecart is empty, will stop the minecart, load it up, and when it is full again, the minecart will take off again. But without further ado, let's talk about the basics of building a super smelter. The basics of a smelter are pretty simple and easy to understand. The first thing you will need is, of course, a chest, because you always need to have a collection system put in place. So we're going to do a little bit of a demonstration here, a little bit of a mock demonstration. There is our chest. Here are the hoppers that are going to lead into said chest. And right now we'll just kind of show off a little bit of a 3-item smelter. You will then place furnaces on top of the hoppers, because that's where the items are going to come from. Furnaces can have hoppers placed on all sides, but depending on the side it goes in, depends on what slot in the furnace it is actually going to reference. When there is a hopper underneath like this, it is going to reference the output slot. Pretty simple, pretty basic. When there is a hopper on any side of a furnace, whether it be front, back, either side, it is going to reference the fuel item right here, where our fuel goes. Because see, if I were to throw a couple pieces of coal in this hopper, you will see it is going into that slot. If I were to put some pieces of coal into this hopper, you will also see it is going into that slot. Very, very simple, very easy. Now, when you put a hopper on top of a furnace, like so, that hopper is going to reference the item to be smelted slot, or the item input slot, whichever you would like to call it. So, example, even if I were to put coal here, it is going to put it into this top slot. So no matter what I put in here, even if it can't be smelted, as you can see, coal can obviously not be smelted, it is going to put it into this top slot here. Now, a lot of you are like, we know this, we know this. Yes, I understand. There might be a couple new players, new gamers out there that were quite unfamiliar with the actual mechanics of super smelters. And this is very simple, because now we can just sit here and place hoppers along the top for all of the items to be smelted. We can then place hoppers along the side for a constant fuel input. And then we have our collection hoppers down here. Very simple, very easy. And to get items into each and every slot, that is also easy. All we need to do for that is to place minecart rails along each section. Now keep in mind, we will go into a little bit of this whole minecart rails bending thing here a little bit later, because it is very annoying sometimes how they will never go where you actually want them to go. But we'll get into that later. And that is simple. A minecart would just travel along the track, dispensing the items evenly. Now, sometimes getting the items perfectly even when it comes to the very end hoppers and end furnaces can be tricky, but we will go over ways to get that taken care of. Now, when doing this, be careful. Sometimes when you're breaking minecart tracks, they're going to actually put them into the hopper, which will put them into the furnace. So very simple, very easy. So now what we are going to do is we are going to expand this. We are going to make a 8x8 L shape, a square L shape, so we can actually have our auto smelter fully functional with 16 furnaces. So give me a second to take all of this down and we'll get started. Okay, here. First thing to understand is we are actually going to place the building on top of this grass. This is actually going to be under the floor, whereas down here in this building, this level right here is my floor. I actually want my super smelter to be up just a little bit. So in the build, I will actually have a larger section. But we are going to come over here, and I've made sure I'm far enough away that hopefully none of my villagers ever try to link to anything over here. We are going to do 8 furnaces, so we are going to do temporary block, furnace right there. And then we are just going to continually place 8 furnaces here. Now I have 16 in my inventory, so simple math will tell me, hey, there's 8 furnaces right there. Now I am not going to place a furnace right here. What I have to do is put a slightly temporary block, which a hopper will work just as well. Place the furnace like this, and then we can do this. You could also just build one long strip of 16 furnaces. You could also build 2 strips of 8, where it's 8 over here, 8 over here. I've honestly always liked the L shape because then I can come in and at one glance I can see all 16 furnaces real easy, and then I don't got to worry about the build being oblong or anything like that. But let's finish placing the rest of these furnaces here. Great, all 8 furnaces are placed. Now, I can put the collection chest right here and let all of my hoppers go down into that, and that's not a problem. But first, before I get into that, I'm going to find a place to have my minecart unloading and reloading station. Often I put it on top of the chest. However, in past, I have not been able to put an actual automated minecart loading and unloading station. So what I'm going to do this time, so I don't get things over complicated or overcrowded, I'm going to put that over here this time to make things a little bit easier. So simple thing for here, chest, we are going to go 1 block right there, and then we are going to put a hopper there, bam, and then we are going to just fill in hoppers all the way across the bottom, so all of the chest output will go into the same area. Boom! There is all of the collection I will ever need. While I am here, I can also place the hoppers in the back because I will need all of the fuel to go into my furnaces at the same time. Now these do not require connected to each other, obviously just to the furnaces themselves. Very simple, very easy. And then we will do the same thing for the items to be smelted hoppers. There we go. I might be running out of hoppers. I have more hoppers in my shulker box over there. And knowing my luck, yes, I am exactly 2 hoppers shy. There we go. Simple, easy, to the point. No problems whatsoever. I am going to grab 1 more redstone block here. And then what we are going to do is we are going to put the rails on all of these hoppers. That way we will be able to actually have the minecart go across them. Come up here real easy. We are going to go ahead and put a regular rail there. There we go. And we're going to go all the way down. Now here is where we will need some good old building blocks. And since I seem to have more iron than anything else, may as well use iron. Very reminiscent of Mumbo Jumbo. For this is going to be very simple. Just put a temporary block and there. And I hear many of you crying foul. What am I doing? I do not have any powered rails. You know what? You are absolutely right. So I'm going to break a couple of these. And I am going to actually place powered rails up here. There we are on that section. And we'll do the same down here. Now here is where you've got to do something just a little different. You have to place a temporary block here at the edge of this hopper and then place any kind of rail. It will not matter right here. That way, when you place the powered rail here, they will not connect this way. Trust me, do this. Save yourself a bunch of headache, yelling, screaming at your TV, because it is the biggest nightmare ever to have the stuff just not go where it's supposed to go. And obviously down here, we have to make a little bit of an L arm so it will actually turn. And now that we've done that, I realize I need more powered rails. And I have been overrun with spiders. Get the can of Raid, hurry. Get out of here, spiders. Ah, gosh dang it. Where's the exterminator when you need him? And back at it. All of the powered rails are done. Now, quick and easy way to power all of them at one time. We will need, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3. I just like to be centered. Boom. 1 redstone block right there will power all of these powered rails. And then doing the same over here. 1, 2, 3 on the 4th one. I only do that because I'm a fan of symmetry. There we go. All of the rails are powered. Now, what we can do is also what I'm going to do. We talked about how to make sure the actual ending parts of the hoppers, the ends, actually get evenly distributed. We are going to go 1 more block out. Then we are going to place our stopping block there. Usually I would place the stopping block right here. However, that means this hopper does not always get the same amount of items put into it, so it's not quite evenly distributed. you end up with both of your end areas not having the same number of items. Now over here is going to be a little bit different, because over here we need to create an actual little ramp. So obviously go to there, there, and then we need to do the same here. There, now we have a little ramp, so the mine carts will be able to come out here and stop over here at my loading and unloading station. But for the most part, our super smelter is done. We could easily just throw some mine carts here and send them manually without an issue. But we are advanced Minecrafters, we are professionals, we want automation. We do not want to have to do anything more than put items in a chest. And even that is too much to have to do, in all fairness. But that is, for the most part, guys, the easy part. So give me a moment to gather a few thoughts, grab a drink real quick, and we will discuss the Minecraft minecart loading and unloading station over here. Okay, everybody, and we are back. I have built together a little mock of a minecart loading and unloading station. Now, my ending product is not going to look like this, because this looks a mess. It's just blocks everywhere. You got repeaters and redstone and comparators. But I did this to show you the basics of what we're going to do, because we are using the detector rail. This is something we have not yet used on this channel or in this Surviving Bedrock series. The detector rail, it does exactly what it sounds like it does. It detects the contents of something. So we have a minecart chest right here. You see nothing going on, nothing here. All I have to do, put in an item, and it will send a signal to this comparator. The detector rail powers the comparator with a signal strength of 1, no matter how many items are in here. Now, I think if you fill it completely full, there will be a higher signal strength, but for 1 is all we care about. So that is going to power this block, which in turn goes straight to this repeater, redstone repeater, to boost the signal, and then we are going to boost it all the way back to this powered rail, so it knows, hey, there's something in here. Keep this rail powered and keep it going. Don't worry about it. But when it is completely empty, there's nothing in there. This does not get power. This rail is unpowered. It will stop because we will have a block right here telling it to do so, and then we will be able to fill it manually ourselves and send it on its way by ourselves. But as I said, this looks like trash because it's just crap everywhere, pardon my language. So we are going to sleep the night away because I don't want any creepers or anything blowing up my stuff. And then we are going to build a version of this that is much more compact and much more well hidden. This is where going down into the world will be a little bit nicer. And we're back. After a little bit of tinkering around with a couple designs, I found one that I like. It may not be totally one wide all the way across the bottom, however, it is all hidden underground. It also may not be the easiest or the most simplest way of doing this, but it works for me and what I'm doing. So what we're doing, as I said, we had to have the comparator take the output from the chest with a minecart. It also works with hopper minecarts too, so you know. It takes an output, powers this block, which gives this block some power. Only a power of 1 though, so it will not power the redstone next to it. Then this repeater powers this block, powering this little circuit of redstone, which will feed a repeater into this block, depowering this torch, allowing this torch to be powered and powering that minecart track right there. The other one, as you can see, does not have anything in it, so this torch is powered, which depowers this block, this torch, which will not power that block or the rail on it. So very simple, very easy. Do not forget, if you do this, you need glass here, so actually, never mind. You don't need glass here. There we go. We did not need glass there because this comparator powers this block, which powers the redstone right below it, which is really good. Everything is doing exactly what it needed to do. The reason there's a block here is if this was just strict redstone, it would actually power both pieces of redstone, and then you would end up powering both rails. Example, if I were to put something in the fuel rail, the fuel cart, it would actually end up powering the items to be smelted cart. So keep that in mind. You need to make sure some blocks go there so you don't accidentally power things you don't want powered. But I am going to fill this hole in now with all of the blocks I've dug up, and then we will do a final test of the Super-Smelter. And we are back. So as you can see, everything is all put together. I no longer need my scaffolding here. We have our little chests here labeled, so everything is just fine. No worries whatsoever there. Now what we could do is we could replace these with a couple hopper minecarts, which I think I will do, because they will actually pull items faster. So let me get 2 of these hopper minecart, and then what I can do is I could actually place the chests above those. Give me a second here. Need to place a temporary block here just so I can make the chest go above them. And there we are. That way if we put anything in here, for example, fuel, look at how fast it goes. Hopper minecarts are known for actually taking items a lot faster. Get out of here, pig. So let's do an actual test of this and see how quickly it smelts. I've got quite a bit of kelp back here that I could use. Let's see how quickly it's going to smelt. We're going to smelt up 4 stacks of kelp, and to smelt it, we are actually going to use some dried kelp blocks. Let's see how quickly this does. 4 stacks of kelp should yield us, about 30 or so dried kelp blocks. So let's see how this does. So fuel, and then the actual kelp. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there we go. Off you go. There we go, and it's going pretty well. Minecarts are going well. And apparently, oh, I forgot a crucial part here. Let's get down here to one of these repeaters. These 2 repeaters need a 4-tick delay. There is a reason for that, because you see, they didn't power these rails long enough for it to actually work. It needs a 4-tick delay. And that stupid pig, get out of here. There we go. See, it puts it there, then it puts it back. That is how it needs to go. And now this one is apparently empty, so we are all good. Whoa, what is going on there? I have some bug fixing to do here. Okay, I will take a look at that, but it's like when there's both minecarts here, this one moving makes the other one move. I will do a little bit of bug fixing to check that out. In all fairness, if that's the worst thing this thing's gonna do, I'm not too worried about it. But you see, we had 4 stacks of kelp to smelt. I've already got 2 stacks of it smelted in just these couple minutes here. But that is it, everybody. That is a Super-Smelter all done and dusted. I will actually work on building a proper building for this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. And for those of you that watched all the way through the end of this, I have a surprise for you. Thanks to some wonderful, wonderful people who are much more knowledgeable about it than I am, I will be able to start streaming. Yes, here in the next couple weeks, I will start streaming. Please keep on the lookout. Check my social media, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, so you guys can see when I will be streaming, and I will let you guys know, and I will post on those social media platforms about 30 minutes before I set to go live. Maybe an hour, just to give you guys some time there. But I will be able to start streaming. I'm working on putting everything together, and it's a big thanks to all of those on the Whispercraft server that have been helping me do this. Thank you so much, everybody, for your help and guidance. I'm really excited to start it out. It will be fun, and a whole lot of stuff's going to happen. As Silent Whisperer would say, there will probably be some shenanigans. But thank you, guys. I bow my head to you. Thank you to you guys for watching this. Please be sure to leave a like on the channel, on the video, as it will greatly help out the video and the channel. Be sure to subscribe so you can check out Whispercraft coming later this week. And I'll see you guys later. This is Scene Isaac signing off. Bye.